What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Breaking news, breaking news. New body cam footage, new murder. I believe it's out of Chicago. The young man's name is Amir Locke. Brace yourselves. There's a press conference, and they also going to show the body cam footage. It's crazy.
We begin tonight with breaking news. Minneapolis police release body camera video of a police shooting that left a man.
Correction, Minneapolis. This happened in Minneapolis.
And dead.
The video showing officers just moments before they enter an apartment in downtown Minneapolis and leading up to that deadly shooting. Here's that video now.
This is just minutes old. The press conference and everything, all this that's being shown is just minutes old. Not even 10 minutes yet.
Police search for it! Police search for it! Police search for it!
In a slowed-down version, you can see an officer has crossed the threshold as they announce their presence. After an officer kicks the couch, you can see Amir Locke start to rise. In the seconds that follow, you see a gun in Locke's hand. Now, after releasing that body camera footage, city leaders spoke tonight at City Hall.
Fox 9's Mary McGuire is live in Minneapolis tonight. Mary, this video raises a lot of questions. Activists were at the press conference and at one point became very frustrated with what they were hearing.
And Randy and Kelsey, just moments ago, we heard from Mayor Jacob Fry and Interim Police Chief Amelia Huffman for the first time since that body camera footage was released publicly right around 7 o'clock tonight. They said that they released this video in order to be transparent, but in the end, that press conference was cut short by local activists. The mayor and police chief ended up leaving. They only took less than 5 questions from the local media. Now, here's what we did learn at that press conference. The Minneapolis Police SWAT team was called by St. Paul Police to help execute a search warrant related to a recent murder on 3 apartments in Bolero Flats on Wednesday morning right in downtown Minneapolis. The man who was killed, 22-year-old Amir Locke, was not named in that search warrant. The chief would not confirm whether or not Locke was a suspect in that case at all. She also insisted again that police announce their presence before crossing the
man that they killed. We just seen it, and they're going to show it again. But the man that they killed and that body cam footage was not even named on the warrant.
Threshold into the apartment, although the video appears to show otherwise. I did ask her about that tonight.
In the video, they open the door with the key and announce police search warrant before they enter the apartment. Our agency is committed to meeting best practices and tactical operations among agencies vary wildly. There is no single best practice for making these kind of entries. And even among agencies in the Twin Cities, agencies may use different tactics on different search warrants, and different agencies have different policies.
Now, it's still unclear what happened before and after that video clip. It's only about 15 seconds long, although it appears that the entire portion of that body camera is about an hour long. Now, tomorrow morning, we do expect to hear from attorney Ben Crump. He is representing the Locke family. A protest caravan is also scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. Randy and Kelsey.
All right, Mary, and obviously this is a developing story. We'll have much more on this as we move.
Okay, so that was coverage from Fox 9 in Minneapolis right there. We want to play out the full press conference for you, though, with the interim police chief alongside Mayor Fry, because there were some pretty passionate outbursts as activists and community members and leaders were inside of there. They actually had to cut the press conference a little bit early. So take a listen to this.
Before they entered the door. Yesterday, you said that they were loudly announcing their presence and knocking at the door before, but that didn't happen. We saw it all in the video.
Right. So in the video, they open the door with the key and announce police search warrant before they enter the apartment.
That's not true. If you go back and watch the video, they do not say until they cross the threshold of the door. It's just not true.
I definitely encourage everyone to view the.
So they say they opened the door with the key. Shout outs for Renetta Williams. Excuse me. Shout outs to Renetta Williams highlighting that. How they get the key? That's crazy.
The video and make that assessment for themselves.
Is it true that officers are only to speak one at a time when they come in? In other words, is that police training 101 that only one officer speaks? In these circumstances, why were all of them screaming and shouting at once in ways that you could not determine what they were actually been saying?
So certainly when we're doing a more controlled action, like a felony stop, we clearly identify one person to be speaking. In this case, the officers were advancing into the apartment and also into separate rooms. And so you do have people giving commands, loud commands, and repeating police search warrant, police search warrant.
Chief, yesterday in your statement, you specifically articulated that he pointed the gun in the direction of the officers. You did not use that language just now. Can you point to specifically in the video where he points the gun at the officers?
Yeah, so if you look at that still image, even though you don't see all of the officers, the involved officer was just outside the frame in the direction that that barrel is emerging from the blanket.
But it looked to me as if that gun in Mr. Locke's hand was pointed toward the floor.
Shout out to John Coker. He says you're supposed to announce yourself before you enter an apartment. They should call this police breaking bullshit. The cop was already inside the kid's apartment. Shout out to John Coker. What's up, bro? This is crazy.
And certainly when the county attorney's office reviews that case, they will be carefully examining all of those factors. And I'm absolutely positive they will take a look at that. Of course, we all know these events happen very rapidly. And as there's a gun emerging in your direction, you're forced to make a split-second decision about when it's a threat.
That's crazy. But he wasn't even listed on the warrant. The person that they killed was not even listed on the warrant. Amir Locke. This is in Minneapolis. This is crazy. Shout out to Kenny Jones Durham.
Chief Huffman, no, hold on. Chief Huffman, no, do not. Okay, I'm not a threat. I don't have a gun. Okay, don't treat me like I'm a threat.
Oh, wow.
This is what I would call the anatomy of a cover-up. This is unacceptable. I'm sorry, it is. When I agreed to work with you on the work group, we talked about the importance of transparency and accountability. And here, what we are seeing is business as usual. And you know this, Amelia. You know this, Jacob. I don't know how you guys slept that night. I couldn't sleep at night. Tears from a mother's perspective, thinking about what happened. I saw the picture of Amir. He looks like a boy. My son is 17 years old. He has slept on his friends' couches for sleepovers. So we cannot sit here and whitewash this and pretend that it's okay. You knew that I was not going to stand for police violence and a push for accountability, yet you asked me to be a part of the work group. And I knew what I thought I was signed up for. This isn't what I signed up for. I understand if you're not comfortable having me continue to co-chair, that's your prerogative. I signed up to help bring recommendations because we're tired of being killed. We're tired of the cover-ups. We're tired of the excuses. And to hide behind the St. Paul Police Department, the deadliest police force in the state of Minnesota, is unacceptable. You all had no business agreeing to carry out a warrant, and now you're claiming that's part of their investigation. You don't know. Well, why the hell did you all sign up to do this in the first place? There was a homicide that happened at 1-something in the morning on Hennepin Avenue. Someone was killed, and then the person drove away in a black SUV. They're still at large in Minneapolis, potentially a threat to residents. But you all go do something for St. Paul Police, and now you're trying to hide behind that decision. It's not acceptable. We are ready for change. When the people voted to re-elect you, Jacob, they not only showed that they wanted to see a new leader, right? Not saying you're not the person who got reelected, you got reelected. But what they were expecting is a new beginning. That's why they gave you more power and authority. So that is what we want to see as the residents of Minneapolis. We don't want to see cover-ups. We don't want to see whitewashing. People are asking very simple questions that have still not been answered. Amelia, you're saying you want to be the chief? Then act like it. Demonstrate integrity. Don't cover up for what those cops did. If they knew that the kid had a gun as he started waking up, say, drop your weapon. They didn't do that. One cop opened fire and took the life of a child who was trying to go back into his blanket.
Wow.
Any mom can see what happened there. So I can't tolerate the whitewashing. I'm sorry, y'all. We can't do this. I know you have your narrative. I know you have your script. And no, you guys didn't personally go shoot somebody, but you do have the opportunity to make it right, to talk about the fact that you changed the no-knock warrant policy. Where's the evidence of that? That wasn't present on what happened to Amir Locke. So if I'm going to be the co-chair of this group, I'm expecting strong leadership. I'm expecting integrity, and I'm expecting accountability. Yes. You guys aren't going to waste my goddamn time. And I don't care, you guys have your security trying to stop me. I can be used to come speak the truth about what needs to happen. But when it's time to call out these inconsistencies, these inaccuracies, the lack of information, I got to sit in the back or even not even be invited. I'm not here for it. We fought too long, too hard. It's people in jail, including Cortez Rice, trying to get the court to show what's happening in the courtroom so people can see what's going on. People have put their lives on the line because we're ready for change. So we're expecting from this point forward for you guys to do something different. I'm not playing. We're not here for it. We're not here for it. I'm only committed to working on this work group if you all are committed to being honest and transparent and not covering up the bullshit. Thank you.
So I don't know if she's part of the city council group or what. If anybody know who she is, please put it in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're going to continue in a second. I just want to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Perfect Sense Resistance. Appreciate you. Renetta Williams, the queen, all the way from Arkansas. Appreciate you. Deanna Latre. Resistant Level is Futile. Tommy Guns. John Coke. I appreciate y'all. Kenny Jones Durham. Appreciate y'all. We're going to continue right now. James Jenkins, Charlie Moon. Shout outs to all of y'all.
Why did you release pictures of his gun, but no pictures of the gun of the officer who killed him? Why have you not released that information? You know, this man did not shoot anyone. He did not discharge his weapon. Why did you release his gun? That was a disgusting vilification of this man. That is inexcusable. It is utterly disgusting that you would release a picture of his gun, even though he never fired his weapon. Wow. And you know he didn't fire his weapon because you had both seen the video. This is the kind of lack of transparency that Nikita is exactly talking about. When you send out these sensationalistic pictures of his gun, a man who has never committed a crime, but you don't release the video, or rather the pictures of the officer's gun. So, Ms. Gross, thank you for being here. And Ms. Levy Armstrong, thank you for your strong words. You acknowledged and rightfully pointed out that at this moment in time, we need accountability, we need leadership, and we need transparency. You asked whether we wanted you to continue as co-chair. The answer is yes. We are dead serious about seeing the necessary changes through. And the necessary changes start with being honest and transparent. That begins with all of you here today and releasing body camera footage in the immediacy so that people can see exactly what is in it, good, bad, or ugly. But it doesn't stop there. It goes on to getting the necessary facts of the case. And I know, speaking from experience, that there is an ongoing tension.
Listen to his tone. He need to bring his tone down a little bit. Listen to how he talking. He's talking at him. Like, he needs to be a little more humble.
Between getting things out quickly and getting things right. We want to get things right. We want to, excuse me. We want to gather the necessary evidence to make sure that we are not telling you something that is inaccurate now, only to correct it a day later.
Why was Amir Locke referred to as a...
Good shit right here. He was on the couch.
And so...
under the covers.
I'm going to ask...
That's right. Why was Amir Locke referred to as a suspect in the MTV press release? That's right.
I don't know. So, can you speak to that?
Why was his gun pictures released?
So, but we could do one question at a time. We do want to answer the questions, but I would also prefer just to one question at a time. To your question, I do not know.
Wow, that's a hell of a fucking answer right there. That is a hell of an answer to your question. I do not know. If you don't know, you don't say it out like that. And this is the mayor. He got to go.
That question?
Go ahead.
So yesterday, at the time that we were putting up the press release, we didn't have as much information as we have now, of course. And so it's unclear, certainly unclear yesterday, but it remains unclear if or how Mr. Locke is connected to St. Paul's investigation. And more information will be coming as St. Paul digs further into the case.
Why did you refer to him as a suspect in a press release if you didn't know?
That's all the time we have, everyone. Let's call it.
No.
Was anyone apprehended as part of this?
Also,
When will you release your search warrant?
how is walking out of a press conference transmitted?
Wow, they just walked out. They just smooth walked out of the press conference.
You are a murderer!
You owe us answers.
This is a shame. This is what we have been fighting against. This is what we've been fighting against since George Floyd was killed. Running away from accountability and transparency. This is shame. Residents of people in Minneapolis need to know this cannot continue. They killed a young man who was sleeping. He did not even have a chance. And for a lot of the media already shared the one where he had the gun holding it. You know, if you are anybody who's a gun owner, that if your finger is out, you are preparing, but you are not ready to fire because you don't even know who's in front of you. This young man did not have a chance. This was Breonna Taylor in Minneapolis, and even worse. And the mayor and the chief are running away from questions.
This guy right here, he looks familiar. If anybody know who this dude is, put it in the chat as well. I already pulled up Nakima Levy-Armstrong. We're going to get into her background in a minute. But this guy right here, he looks very familiar.
I have to say it. Sorry. I have to say it. Sorry, I'm getting up here as fast as I can. You saw what happened just now when I asked about why they released those pictures of his gun, though they never made an allegation that he fired it. And you can clearly see in the video that it was never fired. In fact, he never even pointed it at an officer. But yet, they will not answer the question of why they released that sensationalistic, demonizing picture. But yet, they did not release anything about the officer except his name until finally now. And they certainly did not release a picture of his gun. Wouldn't that be more relevant to news media? That was a gun that was fired. Why would they release a picture of this man's gun? What was the sole purpose of that? Well, we know what it was. It was sensationalistic demonization of a victim of police murder. Plain and simple. And I'm disgusted by it. I'm disgusted by the fact that these elected officials and appointed officials cannot actually answer a simple question. They said, we'll do one question at a time. I think I asked my question 3 times. Why did you release the pictures of that gun? What was the purpose of releasing those pictures? And yet they ran away. Time's up. Ran away.
I think it's going to start back up. Like I said, this is minutes old, maybe about 20 minutes now. This is fresh.
Reprehensible. It is disgusting. We are not tolerating it as a community any longer. And that's why we had to be here tonight. Thank you.
So once again, you've been listening into that Minneapolis update being ended early. Mayor Fry and the interim police chief being whisked away in the room due to the releasing of this body camera footage, which, as you can tell, is not the full footage, which if you were listening in to Randy Zellen, our legal analyst here on the show, he says that likely will be released in full in due time. The main question right now is the circumstances surrounding the gun that Amir Locke was holding in his hand right there.
This is crazy.
Both parties getting ready and preparing for what likely will be a legal battle moving forward. We'll have any new details for you coming up later here on Live Now from Fox. I do want to move on here, though, because I spoke with a racial trauma therapist a little bit earlier today for Black History Month. She speaks about a lot of the issues going on in the Black community right now.
Give me a second. I'm going to see if they spoke about it anymore, which I don't think they did. We're going to take this back. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're going to take this back real quick. I know y'all got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions. 1 second. Let me just get it back to the spot where we started at. All right. So how did they get the key to
this is what happening in right now and need a little refresher. This is what active members have been calling on Minneapolis Mayor Fry to.
How did they even get a key to the apartment?
Footage of a search warrant being executed.
Real shit. That's what I want to know, first of all. How did they get a key to the apartment? What right? So I'm sorry. What a Fourth Amendment violation? He had a right to protect himself. We know that from the door. This is crazy. Any questions? Like anything? Well, I don't even know where to start at on this. What information are they giving? I mean, I'm pretty sure we're only getting the information that they just gave us. If it was anything more recent than that, they said it's going to happen in the morning. They said it's going to be something. Ben Crump is coming down, the leader of the black folks. That's what I like to call him. Ben Crump, the leader of the black folks. He's coming down tomorrow morning.
Camera video of a police shooting that left a man dead.
The video showing officers just moments before they enter an apartment in downtown Minneapolis and leading up to that deadly shooting. Here's that video now.
In a slowed-down version, you can see an officer has crossed the threshold as they announce their presence. After an officer kicks the couch, you can see Amir Locke start to rise. In the seconds that follow, you see a gun in Locke's hand. Now, after releasing that body camera footage, city leaders spoke tonight at City Hall.
Fox 9's Mary McGuire is live in Minneapolis tonight. Mary, this video raises a lot of questions. Activists were at the press conference and at one point became very frustrated with what they were hearing.
They still at it in Minneapolis. That's crazy after all that happened. They still at it. They have not learned. Wow. Amir Locke, murdered by police. It's still going on. The beat goes on in Minneapolis. I'll be damned. All right, so I'm going to let this develop. I'm not even going to be bumping my head on this right now. Y'all guys was able to see, the press conference, how they was dodging questions and how they just stormed out of the press conference. I'm going to let that be right there for now. I'm going to let this story develop and I'm going to come back with y'all. I'm going to come back with the latest as soon as it develops. So while we on, let's go through a video. Why not? We're here. Shout outs to everybody. Yeah, almost out of YT jail. Supposed to be tomorrow. I should be able to be on the Resistance platform tomorrow. Shout outs Resistance Level was futile for mentioning that. Yeah, to everybody who wants to know, I should be out of YouTube jail tomorrow. Speaking about the Resistance platform, everything should be live and running on the Resistance platform tomorrow. Well, let's jump into a video, though. We're all here. The gang's all here. We might as well get into one. Why not? Appreciate all y'all that jumped on board. Much appreciated. Let me refresh something real quick. I was watching a video a couple hours ago, and it was crazy. It was funny. It was crazy. You know, one of those videos where the police say, yes, when you're asked by a law enforcement officer to produce ID, you have to give it up. One of those type videos. You know, they killed me with that. Who's this one right here? Here we go. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get the audio straight.
Filming from public? On the public easement? Hi. Oh, you're not going to search me. What's your name and badge number? I don't have any weapons on me, but you're not going to search me. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
So it's the beginning of the video. It's the beginning of the video. Police officers see him walking down the street. He's towing the line right here on the public easement side of things. Police officer get out his car and he's questioning him and also gloving up. He's gloving up. He's ready to search this man upon seeing him. Not upon him breaking the law. Not upon him, running from committing a crime or about to commit a crime. None of that going on. Basically, you see him walking down the street with a camera, and he gets out the car, gloves up, and he's about to search him. But little do he know, this man knows his rights.
How you doing? Filming from public? On the public easement? Hi. Oh, you're not going to search me. What's your name and badge number? I don't have any weapons on me, but you're not going to search me. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? It's your policy to give me your name and badge number. No, you're not searching me. If you search me, you're going to get some big legal trouble. If you search me, for what reason do you have to search me? I have no gun. I have no weapons on me, not even a knife.
So the Terry stop, they always use that, and I was under the assumption that they only could use the Terry stop if they fear that somebody has a weapon on them, and that fear has to come from like something visible that they can see, but not sure of what they have in their possession that may be carried somewhere on their body. All right, I know there's many levels to this Terry shit. Okay, but one of them is, I believe, what I just mentioned. If not the only reason, but pretty sure there's more elements to it. But he's saying that he needs to search him to see if he got weapons on him, as if he's inviting himself to the man's body just to see what he has, and he can't do that. He can't just walk up on an American citizen just because he's on the side of the road by himself and, hey, I'm a police officer. Let me just check this guy out just in case. I have a hunch that he may be carrying some weapons. Nah, it don't go like that. They can't do that. They got to leave you alone no matter what they got thinking in their little pea brain of theirs. They have to actually see you commit a crime. They have to actually see you in the mix of something. And as long as you ain't in the mix of something, then they got to leave you alone. And that's facts. But we know they really don't do that. They always seem to, arrest somebody for the most minimum thing. They make a molehill into a mountain. We all know that. Shout out to Jonathan Nicole.
Well, you don't know that. You're not searching me. You're not searching me. You better get a supervisor out here right now. You're not searching me.
There's one on the way.
What would you search me for? What have I done wrong? What crime do you suspect me of committing? You can go kick rocks.
No, I don't kick rocks.
Yeah.
You can go kick rocks.
No, I don't kick rocks.
Yeah, you can go kick rocks.
What are you doing?
I'm out here on a public roadway filming First Amendment protected activity. Did you swear an oath to the Constitution? Because I'm going to put you in your place right now.
First of all, you're way up here. Calm down.
Well, you shouldn't even approach me.
You were standing in the road with it.
What about it? I'm in public.
What are you recording?
You go up to random people and say,
The page name off of Facebook, Vicky Doza Tattoo. But for real, the person that mirrored it, the person that put it out there, San Joaquin Transparency Valley. Y'all need to go check him out if y'all never heard of him. He's on YouTube. San Joaquin Transparency Valley. Check him out. He's the one that put this video on blast. But I'm currently broadcasting it from Facebook. And this is the page name, Vicky Doza Tattoo.
Hey, what are you doing? You go up to a random man and say, what are you doing right now?
If they're standing in the road.
First of all, you have no idea who I am. You have no idea who I am. Exactly. No, you're not IDing me. ID me for what? I'll sue that department up one way and down the other. You try to ID me or search me. I'm telling you right now, I know the law. I got a lawyer.
What is your name?
What is my name?
When a law enforcement officer asks you for an ID.
No, he don't. Not unless I've committed a crime or you suspect me of committing a crime. No. I know how this works, buddy. Youngster, I know how this works.
The auditor in this video, I believe, is Defender of Freedom. That's the cameraman and the auditor, the one who's challenging this police officer.
Okay, do you have an Ohio ID?
I'm not telling you anything.
Okay, well, when you get a state ID, when you sign, you're signing that right over to the law enforcement.
When your supervisor gets here, he's going to teach you something, young man.
That supervisor can tell you the same thing I'm telling you.
No, he's not.
He's going to tell you the same thing I'm telling you.
No, he's not. I'm not IDing. Why would I ID when I have done no crime? You don't suspect me of a crime. In fact, I'll step back here. But why? For what, though? This isn't Germany. Is this Nazi Germany? Where's your papers?
Did I ask you that?
You didn't even want to give me you didn't even want to give me what your policy says, your name and badge number.
You came at least for arresting me.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I was just trying to figure out who you were and what's going on.
Well,
So he lied and said that the cameraman, Defender of Freedom, came at him super aggressive. He's the one asking for ID. That's aggressive right there by itself. And then to say that when asked by a law enforcement officer for ID, you have to produce it. Come on, man.
you came up to me to search me. Are you kidding me? You're going to search me for what? But why, though? You just go down to Raft Road and see a guy walking and say, I'm going to get out and search you? Because that's what you're doing here. Not happening.
He said something was bulging out his pants.
But why, though? You just go down to Raft Road and see a guy walking and say, I'm going to get out and search you? Because that's what you're doing here. Not happening. Why? Because what reasonable suspicion, articulable suspicion that I'm committing a crime do you have right now? Tell me that. No, you don't. I'm telling you right now, I got a lawyer, and if you try to Terry stop me right now, you're going to be in hot water, buddy. So if you value your job, get somebody out here with stripes on that sleeve.
I'm out here now.
No, get your supervisor here.
I'm out here now.
If you want to know what's on my side, that's a light.
So cop all scary, herky-jerky and shit. He's watching his every move. The cameraman, he's out there. He's kind of equipped with, night gear, flashlight. He's wearing some tactical pants. Nothing more, nothing less. And the police officer is trying to make a big deal out of it. Okay? Want to look at every pocket on the pants and just acting real scary, like the dude is out there to cause violence. And all they do when they do that is just escalating the situation. And look at his face. Come on, man. Not a good night for him.
Well, now. They're not like
If it'll make you happy. Okay, now, I'm not anti-law enforcement, okay? I respect what you guys do. Okay, let me tell you. You know what tomorrow is? What is tomorrow? Okay, so for all those that fought and died for our freedoms, I'm out here doing constitutionally protected activity. What that is First Amendment. Okay, do you know what that is? Freedom of...
Tighten his gloves up and shit. He ready for action, though. He looks scared, but he's getting ready for action. He's tightening his gloves up like he feels as though he's going to search him and he's going to ID him.
Press, freedom of speech. I'm on a public roadway and a public easement, and I'm filming what my eyes can see. You can't trespass my eyes. So you tell me, why would I get searched? Hey, I understand. I'm not anti-law enforcement. I'm not. No, you don't. I'm telling you right now, if you do this without a supervisor here, I'm going to sue that department for everything you got, and you're going to lose your job. Get your supervisor out here. Now, I'm requesting it. It's your policy. You're not searching me. You're not searching me. I already showed you my side. I'm telling you right now, if you search me, if without a supervisor here, it's going to come down on you. You understand?
How's it going to come down on me?
I got a lawyer, and I'm going to sue that department for everything you've got. Get your supervisor out here right now. No, a supervisor. That's your policy to get him out here. Get him out here. I'm asking for it. Do you know what your policy is even? Okay, then I want your supervisor out here right now, or you can go kick rocks. Am I being detained? Am I detained? Okay, am I detained? Am I detained? Detained for what? This is unlawful detainment. Okay, is suspicion a misdemeanor or a felony? Okay, so you're detaining me for nothing. You're detaining...
He's detaining him for suspicious activity. Suspicious activity. It's only because he's going off of a hunch and feels as though he's not doing what he think he should be doing. He don't think he's operating in the law. He's going off a hunch. And he can't do that. No matter what that officer think, he can't do that. That is crazy.
What are you detaining me for? Okay, if I'm detained, what crime do you suspect me of committing?
He said, put the camera down a little bit so I can see your face.
Crime do you suspect me of committing? What, do you think my face is going to shoot a gun? Or get a knife? Okay.
Shout out to Perfect Sense Resistance. She said the strain of the stream. Lemonade by Blanco. Damn. Lemonade by Benny Blanco.
Let me tell you.
I came up here standing on the roadway recording. I don't know.
Okay, let's start this over. Sir, how are you?
I just want to point out that the guy doing the audit, I love his approach. I love the way he speaks. I love the way he asserts his authority of being.
That's the brother San Joaquin Transparency Valley. That's him narrating right there.
The videographer. I just want to
Pretty sure all of y'all heard of him, but if you haven't, go over there and check him out. And if you have, go over there anyway and tell the big man the resistance said what's up. He's a thorough dude. Hooked me up with a lot of information early in the game. Shout outs to San Joaquin Transparency Valley.
Now, you know what? I appreciate that without this whole search thing. I appreciate that, sir. Okay, sir. What I'm doing is tomorrow's Memorial Day. This is a First Amendment constitutionally protected activity that I'm standing on the easement and I'm just filming what my eyes can see. I'm just filming what my eyes can see. And that's all. From the roadway, from public. I've never crossed into their property. I've never stepped over a private line. That's it. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just walking around and I'm filming. Not anti-law enforcement whatsoever. Not anti-you, personally. I just walked down, basically.
You see, he calmed down a little bit. He was tensed up before backup arrived, but you see, he's a little more relaxed now. Shoulders not hunched up like they were earlier. You know what I'm saying? He dropped them a little bit. he's more willing to listen because he know he has backup coming. This is crazy.
And as soon as I got to the guardhouse, he came out, and then we talked. And then after he got done talking with me, I just walked on down, and then I came back this way, and you were there. So that's all. There's nothing. How you doing, sir? Good.
Watch this move right here. Look how he pull up. Look at this geek. Look how this geek pull up. But don't make no mistake. This dude is dangerous. Watch how this geek pull up right here.
There's nothing. How you doing, sir?
Look at this dude.
Name, sir? Sir.
He pull up right behind him.
Okay. Name, badge number, sir?
He pull up right behind him. You see that? That's the setup move right there. They already got you. They got the drop on you both ways.
Name and badge number. No, name and badge number, though. You came up on the scene. What's your name and badge number? Okay. Okay, so let me tell you. Who's in charge here? Can I get hey, sir, how you doing?
Weirdo Jay Wallace over there with the glasses. Weirdo Jay Wallace.
Came up on the scene. What's your name and badge number? Okay. Okay, so let me tell you. Who's in charge here? Can I get hey, sir, how you doing? Will you shake hands with me? Sergeant Conan. Okay,
yeah, what's up, buddy?
Okay, let me tell you what's going on here.
Okay.
Before this gets any deeper.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Memorial Day.
Yes.
I came down here.
Yeah.
First, okay. Yes, sir. First Amendment, the right to free press,
okay,
the right to free speech.
Okay.
I came down here to do an audit, which is basically I'm walking up and down on the public easement, and just all I did was just film in the refinery. I'm talking to people. I'm telling them, you're live, by the way. But I'm telling people, like we have a First Amendment right. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. This is for all the people that died for our freedoms.
Gotcha.
And immediately when I got here, the guard approached me, which he was really nice.
Yeah.
We just talked back and forth, and he asked me not to film. I said, sir, I can. I walked down that way. Then when I come back, basically you guys pulled up. The first thing.
This motherfucker right here look like Buzz Lightyear from off of Toy Stories. All he needed is his goddamn spacesuit.
That this young man did, which he's a nice guy, okay, but he's got a lot of learning to do.
Okay.
First thing he did was he got out of the car and said, I'm going to search you for weapons.
Yeah.
And I said, sir, you're not going to search me though. You can't. This is not a stop and frisk state unless I committed a crime.
Actually, we can check you for weapons for our case.
This dude looks just like Buzz Lightyear.
We want to make sure that
yes, sir.
We're not going to have anything.
Yes, sir. But
you understand that?
But sir, can you tell him? Did I pull up my shirt and show you though all the way around?
Okay. I mean,
well, I just didn't feel though that I had to get frisked.
I mean, here's why.
Hey, I appreciate your professionalism. What's your name and badge number, sir? Just because you're a good guy, and I want to get it on. Okay.
Here's why we're here.
Yes, sir. Let me take this back from you. Yeah.
Apparently, they had some concerns about you being here, videotaping, and with concern, you kind of got some. I'm not going to call this okay.
That's just what I wear. I like them. I'm a Second Amendment and a First Amendment guy.
We are on their property at this point.
No, not past that point. I know where the property line's at. I researched.
Wow, he tried to say they on the. So he's at a refinery plant, and you clearly see he's on the side of the road. This is the road. You got the double lines right there in the middle of the street. You got the crosswalk, okay, and you got signs immediately at the side of the road right here, which tell you there's not much of a sidewalk. So whatever area is there to walk along this road is the public easement. He just tried to say that they're all on the refinery plant's property, which is a goddamn lie.
I did this, sir.
Yeah.
I promise you.
So basically, they had some concerns, so that's why we're here.
Okay.
To see what you're here doing, what's going on, and what kind of problems, if any,
no.
are going on, and why you are here. Okay.
Okay, well, hey, first of all, I thank you for your professionalism. You're going live. This is really going to show good in the department.
Okay.
This youngster behind me, he needs some training. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. You guys don't know who I am or what I do. Okay. So that's just what I'm saying, and you're not going to know who I am or what I do. But let me just tell you this, though. This is going out to a lot of people. So okay. Your professionalism does show. Okay. This youngster, though, that come out of the car putting on gloves saying he's going to ID me, that don't fly with me. And I told him that. Okay? I told him that. Because would you just go over to Tusk and just see a guy walking and get out and say I'm gonna frisk you? Because this ain't Germany.
Hold on.
Okay, sir.
We just don't approach people out of the community. Like I said, we got called here for you.
No, I understand. And you have to do a call for service, and I appreciate you. I appreciate the call for service. But he acted hesitant, though, and he wouldn't tell me if he called a supervisor, though. So I'd appreciate if you train him. If you trained him, that would... If you would say, I respect your First Amendment, and I'll train him,
Right now, he got his head cocked to the side because he's trying to get to the punch, okay? He's trying to let him know, look, we're out here. It is what it is. And being as though that we are out here, we have the idea, okay? This call generated a report, and your name needs to be in it.
I would be a happy camper tonight.
Shout out to Cajun Randy 214.
But
I'm not saying he's not a nice young man.
Like, as you're saying you're holding the camera, we also...
Yes, sir. Body cams, yes.
So that's something that we can review. Do we know your name?
You're supposed to give me his ID.
Yeah, I told him that I wasn't going to ID if I didn't commit a crime, in which I'm saying I have nothing to hide, but I will not ID myself unless I'm suspected unless I committed a crime or suspected of committing a crime. Because this isn't stop. You know what I mean? I know the laws a little bit, so a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Enough to know that. Nothing against you personally, man. Just you're a little bit gung-ho in the gloves and the saying that you're going to search me. You know what I mean?
Look at this dude right here.
I think you'll be a good officer. I think you're going to be a good officer. I do. I don't have no doubts about that, but I just think you need to learn a little bit on the streets how look, de-escalate. Okay. De-escalate and communicate. Those are the two key words.
Look at him. His whole spirit is crushed. You know, he came out there to do a specific thing, which was to search and to get ID, and he just got scolded by the cameraman, which I believe is a defender of freedom. And now he's over there, he's holding his arms and, you know, holding each elbow up, looking a little real boyish, you know? Look like he can't wait to get in his car and just drive on down the road.
I appreciate you for getting him out here, though. And like I said, I do think you're a nice young man, but there's a couple little things, though, that I would have done differently. Didn't call you no names. Not going to call you no names. Didn't curse you out. Not going to curse you out. How you doing, sir? Good. I like this guy. He's cool.
Is that who you was talking about? Resistance level is futile. Is that Woody? I call him Weirdo J. Wallace III. But if he's Woody, we'll call him Woody, just to, you know, to go along with the fun.
So what are we doing tomorrow? Cook out with the family?
How about you?
Yeah, I'll probably go hang out. I'm off work, and I just thought, you know, hey, a lot of people requested me to do this. I don't normally do these, but when I do it, I know where my boundaries are and what I can and can't do, and different things. Yeah, I'm just doing it just to do it. I got a large following, and I watch people.
So what's up, y'all? Is he Woody, or is he Weirdo J. Wallace III, or is he Woody? Because we already called the sergeant Buzz Lightyear. All right, I don't know what we're gonna call the one who wanted to search and get ID. I don't know who we're gonna call him, but we did call the sergeant Buzz Lightyear. I called him that. Resistance level is futile mentioned Woody. I don't know if she was talking about him or the guy who wanted to search.
People that do these, and you know, different things like that.
All right,
my good sir.
Well, they would like you to leave.
Okay.
Look, they talking about they would like you to leave. He's on a road, on the side of the road. This refinery plant has no right to say that they want him to leave. That's crazy, and that's bullshit. That's him coming back talking about they would like him to leave. First of all, he's soliciting a bullshit trespass, and he's lying on top of it.
They obviously have some security concerns about why you videotape.
Right.
According to them, there's been like documenting.
Shout out to knowledge.
Oh, no. It was a joke. Can I explain that to you, sir? No, hey. No. Can I explain to you? No, from the street view. From the street view.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't film me." I pointed up to a dome camera and I said, "Hey, don't film me." And I smiled at him. That's all I did. I pointed right there. But see, here's the thing, sir. I'm on public roadways.
Look at Buzz. Right here, this is Buzz.
Hey.
That's Buzz Lightyear right there. There you go. Buzz Lightyear. So tell me I'm lying. Tell me that. Somebody in the chat tell me that's not Buzz Lightyear.
No. Can I explain to you? No, from the...
Buzz Lightyear. There you go. Oh man. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
From the street view.
All day. Buzz Lightyear. No matter whatever still frame you want, you can't deny that that's Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't."
Buzz Lightyear all day.
Film me. I pointed up to a dome camera and I said, "Hey, don't film me." And I smiled at him. That's all I did. I pointed right there. But see, here's the thing, sir. I'm on public roadway. Hey, so I mean, I'll leave after a while, but I'm not leaving right now.
So I'm not really sure what that means. I mean,
So
if we're like, I'm not here to debate.
I'm over here tripping. Perfect Sense says strain of the stream is where is that? Hold on. Lemonade by Benny Blanco. That shit done blew my head off.
No. Like I said, you've been very professional.
This could be, I think this could be solved. I'm not here to.
What's wrong with his mouth?
Debate with
No.
you.
Like I said, you've been very professional.
This could be, I think this could be solved one very easy way.
What's that?
That's me politely asking you if you could pack up for the night, and you politely saying, "Yes, that's not going to be a problem," and then we can both go on our merry way.
Okay. Would you do me a favor? Would you do me a favor then? Would you? Would you?
Know what the favor is?
The favor is if you'd explain to the security here.
All he's missing is his spacesuit. Seriously, you put that little glass over top of him, Buzz Lightyear all day.
That people on public property are not under their jurisdiction when you're on public easement or property, which is easement. Easement is out here. I know where I can be.
Those easements.
Shout outs to Denise Speeds.
Easements, right away easements. Okay.
So, I'm on an easement, sir. I'm telling you, sir. I'm telling you. Don't make me get a blueprint out.
It's a fine line. I'm not debating that there's.
Look,
I know where I can be.
Remember that big smile Buzz Lightyear had on Toy Stories? Here it come right here.
Okay. Those easements are utility easements, right-of-way easements. Okay. So,
I'm on an easement, sir. I'm telling you, sir. I'm telling.
There you go, right there. That's the Buzz Lightyear smile. I'm telling you, nobody can deny me. That is Buzz Lightyear right there in the flesh. Goddamn cop. What you expect Buzz Lightyear to be? If he wasn't trying to go to space, he would be a cop. Come on, y'all know Buzz Lightyear would be a cop.
Don't make me get a blueprint out.
It's a fine line. There's.
He was already a cop in Toy Stories.
I'm not debating that there's a 10-foot utility easement and 10-foot right-of-way easement on pretty much all property. I get that, okay? I get that. However, like I said, it makes them...
Your hair looks like mine, if that gives you any consolation.
We are going to generate an incident report.
But I'm not IDing though. You can put my name down as good citizen.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Okay, well, I guess you're going to be a little slumped then.
Well, but and I'm gonna tell you, we both agree that we're in a public place.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and
that's that Lemonade by Benny Blanco. Hey, look though, this cop right here, he just told him, he said he couldn't put good citizen down on the report. The reason why is because he's not letting up on him not giving him his ID. He's still trying to get ID. He done took over from what the initial officer did. They still trying to get ID. But I think this was a brilliant move that the cameraman, Defender of Freedom, did. Watch the move that he do within the next minute or so.
We can also agree that I can't ask you in any public place for your identification.
Not unless I've committed a crime.
Under the Ohio
and in the middle of committing a crime, or you suspect me of committing a crime.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what you're here doing.
Well,
it's not really a debate. I have the right as a law enforcement officer under the Ohio Revised Code.
Yes, sir.
To identify you. Okay. And under the Ohio Revised Code, I can show you that Ohio Revised Code.
Let me ask you a biggie right now. Are you detaining me right now?
Am I?
He said under the Ohio Revised Code, he has the right to identify him. Wow. This is what they do in Ohio, huh? You know what? Don't get too much out of Ohio. Don't get too much out of them police on a national level. You know, being in front and center on a national level from Ohio, they be on the low, huh? I know they got some shit with them. I know they do. You hardly hear from Ohio police. See, what's popping right now is these are the tyrants. These are the leading tyrants. The states. Texas, the Carolinas, both of the Carolinas. Smooth, mean tyrants in the Carolinas, right? Of course, Jersey. Jersey's always been old school tyrants. And then after that, Florida. Florida is in the news, ain't they? Florida gets around. Florida shows her ass. Shout out Perfect Sense Resistance. She said Cincinnati is hot. Yeah, we know about Cincinnati, Cleveland. Youngstown, Ohio. What y'all know about Youngstown, Ohio? Yeah, you don't want to stop there and get no gas. Shout out to my man Shane Napoleon. It was from Youngstown, Ohio. I went to school with him many, many years ago. Youngstown, Ohio.
Detaining you?
If I want to walk away, are you detaining me? You answer right. Think about it.
This isn't a test.
Well, okay, but I'm just saying, are you detaining me?
Not yet. I mean, there's really no reason why I have to detain you other than
see you guys.
All right, have a good night.
Hey, this is a good young man. Teach him a little bit, sir. Hey, let him ride with you a few rides.
I kind of got off track a little bit, but this is what he's doing right now was the best move that he made all night. I'm gonna tell you why, because those three, okay, no matter how friendly Woody looked in the background, Woody didn't step behind him for no reason. Woody stepped behind him so he could get the drop on him from one angle, while the initial officer already had the drop on him. And then you got the third officer, which is the sergeant that pulled up. And once they seen that he wasn't a threat, they still wanted to get ID from him. They wanted to do anything they could to lock him up. He rolled out. That was the best thing he could have done because he wasn't going to win that pissing match. But we seen the lie. We heard the lies. We seen the intimidation. And just for that, he failed, in my opinion. I'm going to shut the camera down. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all y'all. Jonathan the Cooler. Netta Williams, Queen from Wynn, Arkansas. Deanna Latrey. Perfect Sense Resistor, Tommy Guns. Appreciate y'all. Resistant level is futile. Knowledge. Ivan Lamar, welcome. Appreciate you coming through. Denise Speaks. My girl, Denise Speaks. Shout outs to Denise Speaks. Cajun Randy 214. My man. Y'all make sure y'all have a good night.
I'm just a picture in the frame. Pause. I paint word pictures on the canvas of life.
I'm everywhere in public.